Hey, this is Troy Taylor with the Championship Football Coaches Clinic podcast, sponsored by Rack Coach and Sports Workbook. We got Coach Tatum, our longtime friend. He's going to be putting on the O-line clinic coming up Saturday. Coach Tatum, how have you been doing? And tell us a little bit about the clinic, man.
Coach, I appreciate it. Letting me on and talk a little bit about the clinic. I've been good. I start the new job on Monday at the new school. Finally, I've been going back and forth. Get off work, go to workouts, and then trying to meet the kids and trying to just acclimate myself to them. And it's been going good. And then championship. I appreciate the championship coaches clinic having me on, and we're going to talk about my clinic, the Tatum Offensive Line Coaches Clinic. A venture that it's been a month and a half, I think, coming this Saturday, starting at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to roll until 8:30 or when guys stop talking. So just talk about the lineup real quick. At 8 o'clock, I'm going to get on and talk about a little bit of announcements. I have a big announcement that I'm breaking news, Coach Troy.
Good, man.
Breaking news on your podcast. At 8 o'clock, I'm going to talk about the next clinic I'm going to do. And I'm trying to do it after spring ball is over. So at the end of May, before June starts, I'm going to try and have a big clinic with everybody, not just offensive line coaches. So I'm going to do offense, defense. We're talking about some special teams, tackling, culture, head coaches academy stuff. I'm going to try and get that together soon after this is all said and done with this clinic. So I'm going to try and have that put out for everybody. I'm thinking about charging for that one, but I'm going to do it as a fundraiser for my high school.
That's good.
It's going to be cheap, but I'm just trying to get some money, but all the money is going to go to my high school football program. But that was just a little bit of a segue into the speakers. All right, so that'll be 8 o'clock. It's 8:30 because each session is 30 minutes long. All right, and getting guys to stick to 30 minutes is going to be a challenge, but we're going to do it. 8:30, my man Dylan Rackler, Coach Dylan Rackler, he's the offensive coordinator at Dimmitt High School in Texas. He's going to talk about spread ISO and some compliments off of that in the run game. So I love ISO, so I'm really interested to see how he's going to talk about ISO. At 9 o'clock, talking to Coach Brian Willie, offensive coordinator, offensive line coach at Fairmont High School in Minnesota. Okay, so we're all over the place, Coach. Basics and fundamentals of A-gap power. He's up in Minnesota, up in that Midwest type deal with North Dakota State. He's going to talk about A-gap power. 9:30, Coach Dean Davidson, the co-OC and offensive line coach at, I think it's Obion County Central High School. It's a mouthful, but they're in Tennessee. Okay, he's going to be talking about putting defenders in conflict. That's all he said. So we're going to talk about how we're going to do that in the running game, and then we're going to get to our first college speaker, Coach Bobby Johnson III. Okay, a lot of guys know him on Twitter. He's very friendly, very open guy. Just took a new job at Albion College. He's the O-line coach and run game coordinator. He's going to be talking about everyday drills in the pass and the run game. So you want to come and hear a college guy talk about his everyday drills, pass and run, that's right there at 10 o'clock. And then at 10:30, my boy Ty Hayward, Coach Ty Hayward at Dobbins Bennett High School in Tennessee. If you don't know anything about Dobbins Bennett, you should, because it's one of the biggest, nicest stadiums in all of Tennessee.
Is that in Kingsport?
It's in Kingsport, yep.
I spent a week there one night.
Looks like a college stadium they got over there, and they are good. He's going to talk about culture, establishing the beef boy culture, empowering players to embrace the position group. So I
need to ask him if they still got senior frogs.
Okay.
Down there in Kingsport.
Yeah.
And
it's a 10:30. Really excited about him coming on. At 11, we're going to have Nora Cornell, the tight ends coach, works in the assistant offensive line at Deer Creek High School in Oklahoma. He's going to talk about counter and buck sweep from the 10 personnel and 11 personnel. Real interested to see how he's going to do buck sweep and 10 personnel. He says he can, so we're going to see how it works. And then at 11:30, Justin, I think it's Dada Vito, He's going to talk about some strength and conditioning with the offensive line. I wanted to get a strength guy on to talk O-line specific lifts and conditioning. He runs a private business out of North Carolina in Raleigh. So he's going to talk about speed training for the OL. At 12 o'clock, we're going to take a 30-minute lunch break. And then hit it back at 12:30. Coach Ty Rogers, O-line coach, run game coordinator at Hershey High School in Texas. Okay. I know why we can't just have north, south, east, and west of the county, but Texas, they got special names. Anyway, we're talking about outside zone, turning the game into a track meet. So we're going to talk about that. And we're going to go back-to-back outside zone. We're going to talk about my boy CJ Kane, offensive coordinator, run game coordinator at Barton College, North Carolina. He played college for my old head coach, so him and I are boys. We're going to talk about wide zone, how it turn an auxiliary run into your main run. So we're going to talk about some wide zone. And then at 1:30, Coach Tarquin Stevenson, offensive line coach at Mission Viejo High School in California, talking about defending the no-fly zone. Not 100% sure what he's talking about, defending the no-fly zone, but he's an offensive line coach, so we're going to find out. 2 o'clock is to be announced. I have a couple of guys on the hook. We're going to find out at 2 o'clock. And then at 2:30, Coach Nigel Pearson, which is my old head coach, he took a new job at Spring Valley High School in South Carolina. He's going to talk about pin and pull versus multiple fronts and variations. I have set in on this clinic before he's given it, and it's really good. So make sure you're there. 3 o'clock, Andrew Workman, Coach Andrew Workman, the O-line coach, run game coordinator at West Virginia State. He's going to be talking about mid-zone and mid-zone adjustments. Then at 3:30, I believe Coach hooked me up with the coach at West Florida. Okay, he's gonna come on. He's gonna talk. Haven't noted down what he's gonna talk about, but that'll be something great to come on and listen to. At 4 o'clock, Coach Matt Newby, offensive line coach at McMurray University, just took that job down in Texas. He's gonna be talking about 11 personnel power, dart, GY, and GT counter. So the coach is really excited about doing that. 4:30, Coach Ian Rapinick, buddy of mine, Perquimans County High School in North Carolina. He's talking about 10, 11, and 20 personnel counter and power. So back-to-back counter and power or variations like that. My personal favorite session of the night. At 5 o'clock, Coach Anthony Vitale is the offensive line coach for the Saskatchewan Roughriders of the Canadian Football League. Coach Vitale, I did a podcast with him that'll go live on Friday. Great man. He's going to talk about base 6-man protections and pressure response because he says they get a lot of different defenses up there in Canada. So he's going to talk about bringing the Canadian game back down back to the United States. 5:30, me, Coach Courtney Brown Jr. and Coach Hensley, that we run the Young Ball Coaches Twitter Spaces. We're going to be getting on to talk about a little bit about young ball coaches and being a young professional, what it means to be an assistant coach and helping your head coaches out and how to do that for the young guys. So come on and talk to us. And then we'll take an hour lunch and then come back at 7 o'clock. Coach Patrick Galloway, the offensive line coach at Gettysburg College in Pennsylvania. He's going to talk about the flexibility in pass pro versus odd front. And then at 7:30, Coach Matthew Bennett, the co-OC and offensive line coach at Clinton High School in South Carolina. We'll talk about wing T principles. And if you never heard Coach Bennett speak, he is a good old boy from South Carolina, and he's going to talk about that wing T. And he said all these spread guys on here, he might be my last speaker of the night, but he said I'm going to finish the OL clinic with a bang talking wing T. So, Coach, that's the clinic right now. We're trying to add one more, and then Coach from West Florida, he's going to come on and talk. But that's what we got so far, and I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, so this is the actual first clinic that you've ever done. And man, that's an impressive lineup. How many speakers is that?
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 speakers.
Wow.
Including me is 21. So that's why I wanted to go 30 minutes apiece. I feel like to keep guys' attention spans, keep it short, get as many guys on that just have a passion for speaking, and give guys that have never spoke before a chance to come on and do that. In a judge-free environment, I'm like, guys, it's gonna be me and him, me and the speaker, like this, talking about their clinic, topic, and guys will be watching, but guys, I'll have chat open. You can talk, you can sign in, all this different stuff, but for the most part, he'll be talking to me. So it'd be real relaxed, and they can get out and they can get some experience talking, to other coaches. So I love it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to coming myself. So send me the link. Yeah. If anybody wants to sign up for the clinic, this one is free. What should they do, Ian?
Yeah, they need to DM myself on Twitter. If you're on Facebook, you can find me. But I'm doing it by DM because I don't want spam on my Google sheet. I've done stuff like this before, just kind of get like a directory of coaches, and I've kind of like put a link out, and then I get guys that just spam stuff because they're turds. So I'm trying to keep it as professional and as private as possible because I want to keep track of who's coming. I have a whole Google sheet of all these coaches have put in all their information. And I have right now, 254 coaches.
Wow.
That have signed, that have DM'd me personally and have come on. I didn't want to just be random guys. I wanted to make contact with each and every coach and talk to them about coming on. And so, I feel like I believe in relationships. I believe in contact. So I have no issue that on Saturday, if somebody sends out the link and people come and watch, that's no problem. But I am doing it private. So at least you have come and at least talk to me, and then you can send it out. But I'm not releasing that link to the YouTube until Friday night or Saturday morning. And then, then it'll be available all day, obviously. But yeah, only time I'll stop the stream is for dinner. I'll keep it going through lunch because I'll have my lunch, and I'll probably just sit there and just take questions for anybody that wants to hang out with me. But I'll stop the stream for dinner, and then I'll come back at 7, and we'll roll from there. But yeah, that's how they can get in touch with me. DM me at Coach Tatum 90. That's how you can get in touch with me.
All right, so Coach Tatum 90 on Twitter. Send Coach a DM. I see you got your Cyborg.
I do.
Shirt on. What was the big news from Cyborg?
So Coach A.D. Palmore is going to be going and fighting pro coming up. He's going to be taking me his pro debut. Really excited about it. I told him that if it's pay-per-view, I'm going to be renting it. If not, I'm going to try and find it somehow. And my brother and I, since we did the interview together, my brother and I are going to get some wings and probably a couple of beers and watch the fight. And I hope the Cyborg destroys the dude and goes 1-0 as a pro because he's a great guy. Gotta support the guy.
So what league is he in? Is it UFC? It's not UFC. It's the one under or something.
Yeah, I think since he's going pro, it's the one under UFC. I'm not 100%. I'm not sure if he's announced that where he'll be fighting. But yeah, he's gaining sponsors like every week. It seems people trying to join his brand.
Talk a little bit about AD, how you met him and everything like that.
Yeah. So as people know from this this platform, Coach Bald, obviously a member of Totem Nation. He put out a video about A.D. Palmore, and I was like, I want to talk to this guy. I want to learn his story. So had him on my podcast, and I talked to him. My brother and I did, and learned his story. How he grew up, very rough. Went through, ups and downs, and now he's kind of on a high right now and climbing. And I feel like, he's destined for greatness. So when I see people that are likable and have a great story and they take time to get to know other people, like he took time for me, and I cannot, thank him enough for doing that. So I'm going to bought some merch, and I'm going to support him, and I'm not really big into the fight game. My brother is, but now I have somebody to root for, somebody I know. So that was a big thing, and I wanted to reach the fight game, crowd. So
heck yeah, man. What a motivating story he has. And then Jim Tim is interested in the clinic. Jim Tim is now on Twitter.
Okay.
I brought Jim McNally to Twitter, and I brought Jim Tim. Jim
Hey.
Tim, do you remember Jim? Jim is from Rochester, New York.
I do, yeah. Coach, you need a pay raise from what's his name? The guy that owns Twitter now.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. You need some shares of Twitter from Elon Musk. You're getting folks on there.
I'm telling you, man, Twitter is where it's at.
Yeah.
It's where all the football coaches are. So Jim Tim, hit up Ian at Coach Tatum 90.
Yes.
All right. And Jim Tim wanted to know about your new school. Tell us a little bit about your new school and how are the kids looking? You know, how do you feel about that opportunity?
Yeah, so extremely grateful to Coach Garrett Mills at Walkertown High School. It's right outside of Winston-Salem, if you know anything about North Carolina. Funny story, I got hired to be the offensive line coach after some things happened, and a guy, I'm not going to talk about him, but a guy got hired to be the OC, and he ended up leaving suddenly. And so now I'm the offensive coordinator at the school now. I'll be calling the plays, but the kids are grinding. You know, coming from where I was, I had great kids, but not a lot of motivation was there in the offseason in the weight room. I'm seeing some guys that come every day that want to get better. It's very encouraging. This is Coach Mills' second year. He pretty much has had to retool his whole staff. He brought some guys in, some guys have left because of circumstances. So I'll be new. I think there's literally only 2 or 3 guys still on staff from last year, and it's because guys are leaving. And it's not because of the coach; it's because of outside stuff. So
yeah,
we're retooling the staff. I think we're young. We're getting some new guys, some experience coming in. We just interviewed a guy today. We're interviewing another tomorrow. So we get some experience in here. So yeah, we're excited. We can be really, really good. And we gotta get some more guys to come out. But yeah, like everybody.
How many coaches do y'all have on varsity and JV?
Right now, so we split it. So right now we have 5. And because we're retooling, but we interviewed to do today, which I'm not speaking for my head coach, but hope maybe that went well. And we're interviewing a guy tomorrow. And he supposedly has another guy that wants to come with that guy. So maybe that's another 3. So it might be 7 to 8. But we're a 2A high school here in North Carolina. So, you know, we'll split the JVs and the varsities. Yeah, I believe in, you know, I want to develop, you know, guys. So I want to have my hands on the JVs as well.
Yeah. Jim Tim wants to know, do you know Tim Newman from North Carolina Tech?
I do not.
He's now the coach at University of Lynchburg, Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia Lynchburg. Yeah, I know of the school. I don't know about Tim Newman.
Jim Tim coached for him down at North Carolina Tech.
Okay.
Right? If you need anything, please let me know.
Yeah.
Jim Tim, we expect you to be there.
Yeah.
At the clinic on Saturday.
Let me see. Coach from West Florida just followed me on Twitter. That's awesome. Coach Tim, waiting on a DM, Coach, and I'll send you the link to the.
That's the private envelope.
Yeah, private envelope. Yes, shout out to Coach McNally.
AKA the private envelope.
Yeah,
you know, he said that Coach McNally, you know, I FaceTime him 5 times a day, and there was a rumor going around that I said I was going to smack Nick Saban if I ever coached against him. Coach McNally said that is wonderful. That absolutely he likes that style of motivation. And there were some other words and things that I was allegedly have said to have told my players, but Coach McNally said that's the type of coach he likes. And Coach McNally said he used to teach the leg whip. He used to teach the flash and cut. And he used to teach the pass pro to the shot at the knee to the leg whip. It was not illegal. So, I mean, and he said he would still teach get your head across if you could still leg whip people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not dirty football to me. That was legal then.
Yeah. If it's legal, do it. I mean, and if it's only illegal if you get caught.
Yeah. And we get caught a lot.
Yeah.
Jim Tim knows that we are the most penalized team of all time. We are known. We are known. They call us the U. They call us the U because it's like Jimmy Johnson and the Miami Hurricanes.
Hey, but the team takes after the identity of the head coach, and you're the most penalized coach in all of football.
That is true. And I'm a renegade.
Hey,
I like it. I like being a renegade. And I love Coach Ian Tatum football. And I love Ian Tatum's O-line clinic. So everybody needs to be at Coach Tatum's offensive line clinic. And he always shows up for the podcast in the morning, Life Lessons, Coach Bald podcast.
Yes.
Talk about Coach Bald. How long have you known Coach Bald? How has it been knowing him?
So I'll be honest. I've known Coach Bald through Twitter, just like the name. I've seen it. I followed him, but I didn't get to meet Coach Bald until I started coming on the podcast. But I was like, yeah, I've seen Coach Bald on Twitter for a while. I don't know how long. It's been for a while. But then getting to talk to him and just hearing a piece of his story, and his own ups and downs, and I don't even know much really.
Yeah.
And so but he's like a great guy. That's why I'm both of y'all. I said it before on the podcast in the morning. Y'all's vibe. You're fiery and and then Coach Bald is just chilling outside, looking at the sunrise.
If I lived his life, I'd be chilling too.
Yeah, but
y'all, that guy's got it made.
But the yin and yang works so well, and
wow,
yeah, and I love it. But but Coach Bald, that's my dude. I don't even know him, and that's my dude. So you have that personality. Yeah.
I mean, look at what you've done, man. 250 coaches signed up for this clinic. It's going to be the biggest offensive line virtual clinic in America.
Yeah.
So everybody needs to be there.
And not to toot my own horn, but I think I probably could have gotten to 300 if I'd have kept advertising every day. I backed off advertising.
There's a cutoff.
Yeah. I mean,
a private seminar.
No, I think that's why I'm not. I mean, I'll be 100% honest with you. That's why I'm not doing Zoom. It would have lagged. It would have broken down. I couldn't have invited 300 people on the Zoom and had it work. So that's why I'm gonna stream it live. Privately, but it's still gonna be live. I think I'm still gonna advertise on Facebook because there's Facebook coaching community is an untapped potential. Because a lot of guys are on Twitter, but a lot of guys aren't on Twitter. So they see they're in some of these groups.
We got somebody on Facebook right now watching.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I mean, so I'm gonna talk crap about anybody group, but
no,
some of these groups, I mean, I've put stuff on there and it gets shot down, and I don't know.
They won't even let you post it on their group.
They won't let me. I understand why they won't let you post links because they don't want everybody posting links. I understand. But then I try to okay, well, can I advertise for something that's getting guys better? Because I've gotten DMs every day about, hey, I watched your video on pin and pull or stick, and I learned something. Great. Nothing that I taught you. It was just a scheme. But I try to do that, and they're like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, all right. Or they want you to make a video and put it on their thing. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just doing the work for you. So I don't know. So that's why I've always been, Twitter's just better. I feel like a guy on Facebook will shoot you down and bite and argue and bite your head off, and then the same guy will be on Twitter and he'll be like, "Oh, that's great," and be a community guy. It's crazy. It's always blowing my mind. But
man, you got to coach me up on the social media stuff. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so I'm in these groups. I've seen you posting in the group, the offensive line coaches with Coach McNally stuff, but like offensive football junkies, they're super strict on what you can and can't do. But
so I couldn't post the Jim McNally video on theirs.
No, they'll take it off. They'll take it off.
I might have to start another war. I like starting coups.
Yeah. And the guy that's in charge, I mean, him and I have had arguments. I mean, I'm not coming around to bash him, but we've had arguments. I came on to talk about unbalanced, right? I was like, I want to talk about some unbalanced stuff, see what some guys can talk to me about it. And unbalanced to me is putting a guy ineligible and having nobody on the backside or having a tight end. Yeah. So he comes on and is like, unbalanced, that's like a 3-by-1 formation. I'm like, no. Unbalanced is like you have 2 receivers on the right on the line.
I mean, some people. I mean, there's different. Like I'll say that's a balanced formation or it's an unbalanced formation, meaning it's even or it's not even. But when we're talking about true unbalanced, that means there's only 2 guys on one side of the center.
Yeah,
and
and
they're
like
going to outnumber
something
you.
messes with defenses. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
they can't get lined up. So I just want to hear what some people. He was like shot it down. He's like that's bull. I'm like whatever, dude. So that's just my little rant on that. But I love unbalanced. I think I'm gonna do a video on unbalanced one day. Because I think if you can get good on unbalanced, and I know some teams that get on unbalanced, they'll put the tight end backside with a guard, center, tackle. So it'll be tight end, guard, center, guard, tackle, and then run duo till the cows come home, and you can't stop it because defenses can't get lined up.
Yeah.
So, but that's a little tangent. But I have a video. I do have a video coming out. I'm gonna try and put it out today. Talking about how to some run plays against the 3-3 stack. Because I've had some guys ask me, Coach, what do you do against 3-3 stack? And we've played a couple of stack teams over the years, and I mean we have really good players, but we've beaten every one of them. And I feel like, in my opinion, put a tight end on the line, and it's going to help you a lot when you play 3-3 stack. So everyone's talking about some of that stuff. But yeah, guys, if anybody's watching, hit up the YouTube. We're at 444 subscribers, I believe.
You're gonna have 1,000, man, by the summer.
That's what we're trying to do.
Easily, dude. You got 275 people.
Yeah,
if they want to make them subscribe to come to the clinic.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
You have to subscribe.
Yeah. So, but I just want to reiterate about the next one. We're gonna take a big swing. We're going to take a big swing because I have a lot of coaches that said they couldn't do this clinic and it come back to them the next one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hurry up and get because they'll be out of spring ball for a lot of the coaches, the college coaches. But yeah, I'm probably charged like $5. I mean,
wow.
I mean, but I'm gonna try and do like
an charge 20, man.
Yeah.
20 is. I mean, dude, you can't even go to Chipotle.
True.
And not spend 20. I mean, $5, man, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Like you just 20 for your time, man.
We'll talk about it. We'll go. I'll probably go up, but we'll see. I want to try and get as many people as we can, and then we can go past the 250 because I'm gonna have every position.
Yeah.
So, but then we're gonna have.
Here's our buddy Ian,
Coach. Yeah, I know. Talked about your session, talking about counter and stuff like that. But yeah, Coach Rapinick, that's the dude. I need to get out there. He coaches near the beach, Coach, so I need to go out there and hang out. But he used to be the head coach at Norview in Norfolk. So that's
I know him. He coached with my buddies.
That's right. He was on your clinic.
Yeah, he was on.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. He coached with Shane Reynolds, my friend, and my player, Gerard Johnson.
Yeah.
He's fired up. I'm going to be watching.
Yeah. We appreciate it. I know that there's other clinics going on Saturday. But one thing I will say is be at one. Be at one of them. Because I've had a couple that say they're going to go up to Dinwiddie. Go up there. I mean, you ain't hurt my feelings.
Your stuff will be available.
Yeah, I'm going to try and I've told everybody. They're like, are you going to be able to record it? I'm going to try and record it.
It automatically records on StreamYard.
Yeah, and so I'm going to try to like splice them up and then like have them so they're individual.
You can do it.
Yeah, so and then have them available. And some people have asked you, so what's the point of coming on Saturday if I can just watch the replay? Interaction. Interaction is what is going to drive Saturday. Getting to meet new people. Yeah, is it through chat? Yeah, but it'd be all right. Be able to talk to each other. Because we have guys coming from all over the world. Guys from Mexico, Canada, Romania.
That's awesome.
Coach from Australia, UK, France, Italy. Like that's the Facebook side. Once I put it on Facebook, all these international guys started coming.
Wow.
And that's what's huge.
That's awesome.
That's why I think you.
So will you put this? Will you put this on Facebook for all the people international?
I've advertised. I'm not gonna. I've put like on those.
But will you put this video right now? Will you post a link?
I posted the one we're doing right now. I posted it in the
Yeah.
offensive line coaches chat.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I posted. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I put it because they don't care when you post links. Just like the offensive coordinator academy, Coach Kenny Simpson. He's such a good dude. He always accepts my links. Have you talked to Coach Kenny Simpson?
I think he hit me up. I think he asked me to speak at a clinic, and I was like, dude, you don't want me to speak at your clinic, man.
He's a good guy.
What am I going to talk about? ISO?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Nobody
wants to listen to that.
Yeah, I mean,
how to get penalties?
What's wrong with that?
How to get? I don't know, man. No, you need to come watch us, man.
I would love to. But
I've already sidelines.
Yeah, y'all. Does Virginia start after or before North Carolina? I can't remember.
No, we start practice at the end of July.
Well, when's your first game?
Like we play before. What is that? Labor Day.
Okay, so our first game is the 19th of August. So it's y'all's after that. I think it's y'all's the week after that.
Ours is going to be. Ours will be that week too. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I couldn't remember because when I was in Virginia,
it just depends if you play a 0 week or not.
Yeah. I know. My bye week has already been reserved to go see my old head coach in South Carolina.
Yeah.
But I would love, especially if y'all make the playoffs and y'all go farther than we are.
Well,
I mean, shoot, coach. I mean, you never know.
We better make the playoffs, man. If we don't make the playoffs, I'll be selling used cars. I'm not kidding.
Y'all had what 8-9 wins last year?
I don't know. We made it to the regional championship.
Yeah.
But not making the playoffs ain't acceptable at this place.
No.
But is there anything else you can think of, Ian, that you want to tell the coaches out there about the clinic Saturday?
Not really. I mean, the schedule was out. I sent the I think I sent another one. I'm gonna send another one tomorrow because of some changes that have happened. I'm gonna send it out tomorrow. Some coaches have already had it on Monday. But yeah, I just appreciate everybody coming on and showing so much interest.
It's awesome, man.
It's blown me away. I honestly thought I was gonna. I remember putting my sheet together, and I was like, if I can just get to 50 guys, I'll be good. And now I'm at 254, and
awesome.
It's all because guys are so awesome, and all the speakers, some guys have come and gone, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But the ones that have stuck with me from the day, like day one, like Coach Rapinick, been a day one guy. Guys like Ty Hayworth at Dobbins Bend, the day one guy.
Yeah.
So just appreciate all their work. But I'm trying to get like y'all, man. I need sponsors.
Well, I mean, we'll talk about it once I end this. All right.
Yeah. But because I was this close, and then the guy was like, "Yeah, I don't know." And I was like, "All right, whatever, cool." But
yeah, we'll talk about it once we press end here.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, Coach, like I said, guys, DM me at Coach Tatum 90. Subscribe at Coach Tatum on YouTube, and we're gonna have a good time on Saturday.
Yeah, brother. Thank y'all, man. See y'all until the next one.